home sale contingency. I have no idea what it means. What is a home sale contingency? What does it mean, and how does it work?
Yeah, that's a really good question. This is something that a lot of home buyers and sellers are a little bit confused about as well. So this is a good thing to clear up.
Okay.
A home sale contingency is if
Welcome to the studio. We got to give him a round of applause. Once again, your realty expert, John Brody.
Yes.
How are you, man?
Good. How about you?
Good. Now, I know you, and you're kind of a health freak.
Yeah.
I know you have your cheat day. What happens, because I know your cheat day is never on a Thursday. So did you cheat yesterday? That's my big question. Did you cheat?
That's Thanksgiving's a day I'll always make an exception for.
Yeah. So do you have to make up for it now on the weekend?
No.
Okay.
No, I'll be fine.
Good. What is your favorite must-have Thanksgiving meal, or what do you got to have on a Thanksgiving?
Probably the bread dressing or the scalped corn. Those are probably my two favorites.
I love the bread dressing, but my wife makes a thing called cheesy corn.
In
the crock pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can almost hear your arteries hardening as you eat it. I love it.
That's what
you want. Getting back to the realty stuff now, I've heard of this home sale contingency. I have no idea what it means. What is a home sale contingency? What does it mean, and how does it work?
Yeah, that's a really good question. This is something that a lot of home buyers and sellers are a little bit confused about as well. So this is a good thing to clear up.
Okay.
A home sale contingency is if I have my home for sale and you are interested in buying my home, but you also own a home. So you're not going to be able to buy your home. The bank won't let you buy my home, unless you sell your home first.
Sure. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. So the way we're going to do this is, and this is something that people maybe aren't as used to, because it was very hard to get a home sale contingent offer accepted during the time when the market was extremely hot. Mm-hmm. Now that the market is a little more back to normal, still not completely, but you're seeing more of them. More sellers are willing to look at them. More sellers are willing to accept them. So the way that this is going to work is, my house is listed for sale. You make an offer on it. So you write up an offer with your agent. You write up what's called a home sale contingency addendum. So you're going to specify how many days you have before you have to get your home listed on the market. You're going to say, so you're going to have to list your home. And in the meanwhile, before your home is listed and before your home goes under contract and accepts an offer, I still get to market the home that I have for sale and try to get other offers. If a different offer comes in before you get your home listed or get your home sold, under contract, I should say, not sold, I can accept the other offers if they're if they're not contingent upon home sale. So if a different offer comes in, we'll agree in that home sale contingency how long that I have to give you once an offer comes in. I have to give you notice that you need to remove your contingency. It's usually like 2 business days or 2 days. So let's say I get a different offer in. You need to remove your home sale contingency within those 2 days, or else I can accept another offer.
Oh,
so
sure.
It's not like a locked up
shattered dreams.
Yeah. It's not like a locked up done deal for you until you get your home on the market and accept an offer. And usually you have to get past inspection. Then that contingency is considered removed. Then the home goes pending. So that's one of the things that people misunderstand, that once you make an offer and it's accepted, it's not really locked up for you, because if a different offer comes in before you can get your home sold, you can get kicked out and the other offer can get in.
Did I ever tell you the story how that worked when I bought this house? It was kind of a goofy deal.
You did an unconventional situation. I remember this because you like swapped house payments, and it was kind of an off the market type thing.
Yeah, and then that way we knew we weren't going to lose it.
Yeah.
Because for one thing, they didn't have a new house to live in yet.
Yes.
And we hadn't sold our house yet.
Yep.
Very unconventional, but it worked for us. And heaven, or thank goodness, we still have the house. So.
and this can get really crazy where, I've got a deal going on right now for a house in this area up here, where the buyers, that's who I represent, they have a home in another state that they need to sell in order to buy the home up here.
Sure.
The buyers of their home in the other state have a home they need to sell in order to buy my buyer's home that they're selling. So sometimes you can get these, realtors sometimes call them like a daisy chain, where you've got, 2, 3, 4 different properties that need to go boom, 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 boom.
Yep,
They
yep.
all need to sell in order for everything to go smoothly. And
Sure.
so that's where you really need realtors involved to make sure this thing is going to go smoothly.
That's where you're making your money. That's where you're earning your money, huh?
Yeah, not necessarily, because these are, it's in a state that I don't work in.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm selling the one house and
Okay.
selling the other house, and it's not me that's involved, but I'm in close communication with the realtor in those other states, because it's so many moving parts. You really need to stay on top of it. You need to get ahead of any issues. It's where it gets really complex, and it's probably one of the situations where people need realtors the most, to be honest, because yeah.
Now, do you find, does it happen a lot if there's okay, we're gonna buy this house contingent, on us selling?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of times where all of a sudden they do get a better offer or a different offer, and they say, well, we're sorry, we're not going to go with your plan. We've got a different offer, and we're going to sell.
Yep.
And I mean, the people know this beforehand that it could happen.
Yeah, they know this going into it. I actually had one this week where we accepted an offer subject to a home sale, and they put their home on the market and it sold. But remember, they need to usually pass inspection before that contingency is actually removed. So they got their home on the market. They got an offer accepted. In the meanwhile, we got a different offer. So we gave them their notice to remove their contingency. They were able to get their inspection contingency removed, so they were able to stick with our deal, and we weren't able to accept that second offer that came in.
Oh, okay.
But it could have gone the other way if let's say the deal fell apart due to home inspection. Then what we would have done is we would have accepted the second offer that came in, and we would have moved forward with them because that second offer didn't have a home they needed to sell. So I've seen it go both ways. Yeah, I don't know if I can really say a percentage for sure of how often that they're able to sell it in time, how often they're not.
But I mean, you have to do these contingencies because, okay, say, you know what, it's time for us to upgrade. We need a bigger house, whatever, but we need to sell our house first. So you sell your house, and what do? Go live in an apartment?
Yeah.
For a month or two or whatever until you get it. Nobody wants to move 3 times if they don't have to, but these have to happen.
Yeah.
And that's the savior for a lot of people.
And in a hotter market, you might take a different approach.
Sure.
So if this was, a year ago or a year and a half ago, what I would have recommended is that you put your home on the market, before you begin shopping. You get an offer accepted. And once you have an offer accepted, you when you're negotiating that offer, you make that offer, that closing, subject to you finding and closing on your home of choice. So then you can stay in your home. It's under contract. You already have buyers where you've lined up a purchase price and everything like that. And then you're waiting to close until you find your next home, and you put an offer on the next home. Doesn't need to be contingent upon you listing and selling your home, because you've already listed and you've already got it under contract. It's just contingent upon the successful closing of your home, which a seller is much more likely to accept in a hot market. And in that case, then it just gives you more buying power. In a more balanced market, not quite as hot of a seller's market, there's in the first market we talked about, there's a lot of buyers for every single one seller. So buyers need to have a lot of leverage and buying power in order to in order to get anybody to take them seriously. In a more balanced market, there's a more equal number of buyers and sellers, so you're going to have more success making an offer before you list your home, and then listing your home and selling it.
Okay.
So the strategy changes a little bit depending on what your market conditions are like at the time. And that's why you need, a real estate expert to kind of advise you on that. It's scary for people to list their home before beginning to shop.
Right.
But there's some market conditions where that's going to be your best bet,
What is inventory like now? What's the winter been like so far for you guys?
Yeah, so it's varied quite a bit. Interest rates jumped all the way up to like 7 last month, and then a couple weeks ago they dropped down. Now they're in like the 6 3/8 after we got some positive news on the inflation. So while the interest rates were at 7, activity was very slow in the market.
Sure.
Once the rates dropped a little bit, I saw a little bit of a spike in activity. So
Okay.
It went from like 12 homes active contingent upon home inspection, so 12 homes that had accepted offers in the past 2 weeks, to now it's like over 20. I haven't checked. I haven't checked this week, but last time I checked, I think was last week, and that's when it was like 23 or something.
And you know, it's kind of funny when it gets up to 7%, people are freaking out because it was so low a while ago. But if you're my age, 7% is nothing, because I can remember years ago when it was way, way higher than that.
Yeah.
So if somebody, you know, like the scenario I was talking about, they're, you know, thinking to themselves, you know, it's time for us to get a bigger house, to, you know, we've outgrown this house, and are we going to have to use a home sale contingency or whatever? But the only way to find out what's going to work for them best is to get a hold of one of you realty experts.
Yes. So what I'd recommend not doing is waiting to get a hold of anybody until you find the house that you want.
Okay.
It's good if you're gonna start looking. It's fine to start looking, and at the same time, get in touch with me, your realtor. I'll come out to your house, and the thing that's probably going to be the biggest holdup, because you want to sell your home for top dollar, because you're going to use those proceeds to put into the next one.
Right.
So the conversation we need to have is what little tweaks and repairs and staging and decluttering and all that kind of stuff needs to happen for your home to be ready to hit the market, because you do want your home to be ready to hit the market quickly once you find the next home that you want.
Right.
So you'll save yourself some time and hassle if you get your home ready to list, at least as you're looking. That way you're not going to be rushed and say, oh, we've got this offer accepted on a place subject to our home sale. We need to put it on the market in 7 days, and there's a bunch of painting that has to get done. There's maybe some carpet that could really be replaced, and you're probably not going to have time for it. Then you're going to get a lower sale price because you didn't have time to do those little upgrades that are going to help you sell for top dollar.
Yeah.
So get in touch early. That's kind of like the general rule of thumb. It's not going to be a situation where you're going to be pressured to move before you're ready. When you're working with me, I prefer people get in touch with me early. I never encourage people to rush their timeline at all. Keep your timeline the same. We just want to be more prepared at the different stages of that timeline to make it a less stressful process for you.
You know, it's almost like going to school with you guys. I learn a little bit more every single Wednesday and Friday. Again, I learned a bunch more today. If somebody wants to find out more about these home sale contingencies and how do they work, and they want to get a hold of a realty expert like you, John, how do they do that?
Yeah, if they want to talk, 701-213-5428 is my cell phone, or follow me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm everywhere.
You're all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Big plans for the weekend?
No, just kind of laying low. I'm not sure. I don't think we got much going on here.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
good.
I have to talk to the wife. She's in charge of that.
Of course. It's good seeing you again, my
Yeah,
friend.
you too, John.
All right, there you go. Your Berkshire Hathaway bi-weekly podcast. Your realty expert, John Brodeen, in the studio today. All of you guys, have yourself a wonderful weekend, and we will be back on Monday. Your Berkshire Hathaway podcast will be back again on Wednesday morning.